As a software developer, my study involves mainly watching online courses and perform hands-on coding along with the instructor. I am on my laptop where there are variety of options to take notes. This is an era of digital notes. Many note-taking apps have aesthetically pleasing designs that can make the note-taking process more enjoyable. Still, I prefer taking handwritten notes with paper or a notebook and a pen. Here are the reasons why. The first one is focus. Taking handwritten notes is a great way to help you remember information. When you write notes by hand, you are more actively engaged in the learning process than if you were typing on a computer. Writing by hand requires more cognitive processing, which can help you retain information better. Typing doesn't have that cognitive effect. The physical act of writing can help to reinforce the neural pathways in your brain, making it easier to recall the information later on. This can be especially helpful if you are studying for an exam or need to remember important information for a project or presentation. Number 2, refresh recall information. When you take handwritten notes, you can easily flip back through your pages to see what you have written before. Written words can serve as a reminder of important information and highlighted keywords and concepts. It's also a great way to refresh your memory even after many months or years on a topic that you may have forgotten or need to review. This is especially useful if you are working on a long-term project or if you are studying for a certification exam that requires you to remember a lots of information. Of course, you can do that digitally as well, but digital note-taking has its downsides. The notes can be easily lost or deleted or misplaced. In the devices such as iPad, the distractions of the digital world can make it difficult to stay focused on the task at hand. There is something missing here. There must be a study. There's always a study. So here it is, a study done by a psychological scientist, Pamela of Princeton University, has concluded it may be that longhand note takers engage in more processing than laptop note takers, thus selecting more important information to include in their notes, which enables them to study this content more efficiently. Number 3. Interviews. Taking notes while studying will also be useful for interview preparations. When you take handwritten notes, you are forced to personalize the information in your own words and also add your own thoughts, which can help you to better understand them and also remember them. This can be especially helpful when it comes to interviews, as you can use your own words and their cognitive connections as a reference to help you answer questions and provide examples from your own experience. Additionally, reviewing your notes before an interview can help you to refresh your memory and feel more confident in your knowledge of the subject matter. I have a very good example from my own personal experience. I had a job interview with a company that looked for a particular technology. I had worked extensively in that product, but I had 2 years gap. I can easily get the product's technical documentation from website, which only had zillion pages. That is a lot of information, and I didn't have the confidence that I could crack the interview because the product has evolved a lot and been upgraded to several versions since I worked on it. But luckily, I had the training materials in my bookshelf that was given to me 7 years ago. Going through the materials and all my handwritten notes in them helped me recall the time I learned the product, thereby all the issues I faced working on it. Additionally, going through those handwritten notes made me realize how interested I was in learning the tool. I did the interview with the same enthusiasm and I did get the job. Number 4 is volatile materials. Taking notes by hand can be helpful while taking free courses, as these courses may not be always accessible and you can't always track down to the course that you have did few years ago. By writing down important information and concepts, you can ensure that you have the record of that material that you can refer back to later, if it is a physical notebook. But life goes really fast. I have attended several courses that I have totally forgotten about. Do you remember a course you have attended like 5 years ago? Or where you have placed the notes in the myriad of folders? Yes, digital notes are searchable, but only if you know what to search for and if you are still following the same note-taking app or the method that you have used 5 years before. Hope this video was informative. If you have any suggestions of what you like to see more of, please leave a comment below. Kindly subscribe to help support this channel, and I will see you all soon in the next video.